Hi, Ben. Huge fans are listening to your podcast every day. Just wanted to get your opinion on Jacob deGrom's minor injury and how he's been hitting, not so much pitching because that's always amazing, just how he's batting and your thoughts on the Mets start to the season, except Lindor because that's trash. Thank you so much. Hope to hear my voice on the podcast. Bye.
Thank you so much for the question. So, look, you say minor injury with Jacob deGrom, and I hope that's the case. And it's, it looks that way out on the mound. He's still electric. But this isn't the first time we've seen a little something flare up with him. And every time you start talking about the best pitcher in the game getting MRI after MRI, trying to figure out what is going on, it's never really minor, in my opinion. I'm a little worried about him. And this isn't the first start. We saw him remove himself from the game over the weekend after throwing 5 innings, comes back out, goes out for his warm-up tosses, and calls them out and says, I'm hurt. I can't do this. And he was removed from the game. And, he's missed some stuff this year, some time with something. There's something going on. And that's scary in itself. Whatever is happening isn't just a minor issue that we should brush over, because there is something going on. And Jacob deGrom is the best pitcher in baseball. So I am a little worried about Jacob deGrom, if I'm being totally honest. And I hope it's something minor, but this is a theme we're starting to see of there's something going on. So I am worried. But the Mets are playing good baseball now. The Mets are starting to play really good baseball. And you also asked on my thoughts about the Mets. Look, it already seems like this team starts and goes and stops and with Francisco Lindor. This is their guy. He's their shortstop of the future. And he was struggling big time. And we started to see him heat up over the weekend. He had a good weekend, and the Mets are rolling right now. They've won a few games in a row. They're starting to turn around. They're in first place in the NL East, which is a great division. Look, the records aren't great in the NL East, but everybody's beating up on each other. They're all good teams. The Mets are playing well. And I like them. I like the Mets this year, and I really hope Francisco Lindor continues to improve and get away from that slow start he had. So, Rick, hit me with number 2.
Hey, Ben, this is Nick from Connecticut, born and raised in New England, diehard Red Sox fan. I know it's only a matter of time that Red Sox lineup starts to cool off and that Yankee lineup starts to warm back up. But I'm looking forward. I'm looking at the trade deadline already, thinking if we're still in the hunt, who might be a position or a player you're thinking the Sox could go after. I'm looking at maybe Tyler Glass now. How about that starting pitching? Or maybe Josh Hader if somehow the Brewers start cooling off and they're getting afraid of, maybe trying to get some young arms, help out that back end of our rotation. What are you thinking? I'd love to hear it. Go Sox.
All right. First off, Nate, thank you for the question. Great question. But one takeaway here immediately off the bat. If you think Tyler Glasnow is just going to find his way over to the Red Sox, I got news for you. That ain't happening. Tyler Glasnow is becoming one of the best pitchers in baseball. The Rays are going to be in it till the end. So I wouldn't hold your breath on that. But I also wanted to make another point on something you said that I disagree with. You said it's only a matter of time until the Red Sox cool off and the Yankees offense heats up. I agree. The Yankees offense is going to heat up. But the Red Sox offense is legit. Now, I'm not saying they're going to continue all year to be, the best offense in baseball. But they're good. And that's why before this season even started, I said, I like the Red Sox. I think their core is there. I think their offense is really good. And if they can get some pitching, they'll be fine. I don't see the Red Sox offense cooling off and not being good. Their offense is really good. And yes, the Yankees are going to turn it around and be towards the top of the division. But look, the Red Sox are good. And I'm glad you mentioned it. They are in a position to add somebody and be one of the best teams in baseball. They already are right now playing like the best team in baseball. Now, we both know if we're looking at the offense, and if we look at the pitching rotation, they're not the most complete team in baseball. Their pitching rotation needs help. Now, you mentioned Glasnow, which you know I disagree with, but here's what I don't disagree with. They're going to pick somebody up. They're going to get somebody. They're playing well. They're in a position to win. I could see them going out and getting a guy like Luis Castillo. If the Reds aren't in it, he's a piece that I for sure see getting moved. If they're not close in the NL Central come trade deadline, Luis Castillo is a piece that will be moved somewhere. And the Red Sox are a great fit for him. That's what they need. Their rotation is what's lacking. Maybe they get Chris Sale back at some point this year. That'd be huge for them. And as a matter of fact, I think they do get him back at some point this year. That'd be huge. Is he going to be the pitcher, you know, we saw years ago? Probably not. But he's a big bolster for that rotation. And I do think they go out and add a piece. And yes, I don't think it's going to be Hader in the bullpen because the Brewers are going to be in it. But I do think your mindset is right. I do think the Red Sox are in a position to add pieces and be right there when the season is coming down to the wire. So thank you for your question. But don't be so hard on your team's offense. They're legit. Red Sox are legit. And it's going to be a good race in the AL East. Thanks for watching. If you love flipping bats, swinging 3-0, or just talking ball, join us. Call us at 213-537-9339 with your questions. We have a weekly guest, and we have a lot of fun, so hit that subscribe button.